Today, we'll discuss the Bradley Infantry Fighting Vehicle, a member of the family of the Bradley fighting vehicles used by the United States Infantry. BAE Systems Land and Armament, which was initially known as United Defense, is the company that's responsible for its production. You'd be right, we'd be talking about the M2 Bradley. So before we start this video, subscribe to our channel and stay to the very end of the video to learn more about the M2 Bradley. The Bradley was developed for the survey and for transporting an infantry squad. It offers its passengers protection from enemy fire from small arms while delivering sufficient firepower to suppress and neutralize most threats to friendly forces. It's meant to have a high degree of maneuverability and the speed necessary to keep up with the heavy armor as it advances. The entire cost of the initiative was $5,664,100,000 in the year 2000 for a total of 1,602 units. This resulted in an average unit cost of $3,166,000, or $5,500,000 in the year 2022. The Bradley is among the most important and numerous armored vehicles in the United States Army's inventory. It was first utilized in 1981 during the height of the Cold War, and has since been used extensively in the Gulf War, the invasion of Iraq, and other wars in those regions. The Bradley has shown itself as an excellent vehicle and has accomplished many requirements and missions with flying colors. Although the Army is currently working on a successor, in the past, they have chosen to forego other replacement programs to keep their Bradleys in service for a more extended period. It seems unlikely that they will be replaced in the Army for some time, only when adequate substitute has been devised and manufactured. Up until that point though, the Bradleys will continue their 40-year-old history of duty with the Army and continue their current capacity. Let's talk a little bit about its design. Both an Armored Personnel Carrier, or APC, and a tank killer, the Bradley Infantry Fighting Vehicle, or IFV, was mainly designed to respond directly to the amphibious BMP family of infantry fighting vehicles that the Soviet Union used. The design process started in 1963, and production didn't begin until 1981. The earlier M113 Armored Personnel Carrier could not achieve this, since it had only been designed to accompany the older M60 Patton. One of the critical design requirements was that it should be as fast as the new M1 Abrams, which is the main battle tank, so that they could maintain formations while moving. The primary function of the M2 was to serve as a shielded vehicle for infantry squads when they moved into proximity to the adversary. The weapon can fire both projectiles that can go through armor and high explosive rounds. A TOW anti-tank guided missile launcher is currently equipped with 2 missiles and ready for use. In addition to that, there is a coaxial 7.62mm machine gun. Interestingly, during American military operations in Iraq from 2003 to 2011, armored vehicles from the Bradley series were responsible for destroying more Iranian armored vehicles than main battle tanks from the Abrams series. The first iteration of the Bradley IFV had space for 6 dismounts. There was a power-operated ramp in the back that led up to the doors that were built right into the structure. The early versions of the M2 Bradley were equipped with firing ports that could detach dedicated 5.56mm assault rifles. To improve the level of defense the side armor provides, these firing apertures would have been deleted from updated models. Now, we hope you've got an introduction to the M2 Bradley. However, stay tuned, because we'll tell you some more unique facts about this vehicle. If you like the video, make sure to hit that like button and remember to subscribe to our channel. This infantry combat vehicle's first iteration was driven by a turbocharged diesel engine made by Cummins called the VTA 903 T500, which was capable of producing 500 horsepower. The machine is situated in front of the vehicle. It's coupled to a transmission that is fully automated. With the help of a swim barrier, the M2 can operate in both land and water environments. Installing inflatable buoyancy tanks is one method that can be used to enhance a person's swimming abilities. The Bradley gets its speed on the water from spinning its tracks. The IFV in question can be transported via aeroplane. The M2 Bradley Infantry Fighting Vehicle series has undergone a great deal of development throughout the course of its service life in order to improve its combat capabilities as well as its survivability, both for the vehicle itself and for its dismounts. There have been 4 different major improvement programs carried out over the years. Cars currently in use have been updated to meet the specifications of the M2A1, M2A2, M3, and M4 families. There were also smaller specific upgrade projects during which particular vehicles received various enhancements. Some facts about M2 Bradley. Regarding manufacturing estimates, one of the most significant elements to consider is the cost of a weapon system. You need to have the financial means to do so to be able to buy or utilize the car, regardless of how wonderful or helpful it may be. During World War II, the Germans made this critical mistake with the Tiger II heavy tank, which was one of their many mistakes. In spite of the fact that it was an excellent tank, they could only purchase a few of them. Since its introduction in 1981, 6,724 Bradleys have been manufactured by the United States Army using the mass production process. Simply taking that into consideration demonstrates that the military has been successful in making the purchase. Only a few Bradleys were destroyed by enemy fire during the Gulf and Iraqi wars. In fact, during the Gulf War, most damaged Bradleys were killed by friendly fire. Only 3 people were taken out by enemy fire. The other 17 lost their lives due to accidents and other similar causes. One of the gunners on his Bradley was killed when the enemy fire from Iraqi forces hit the vehicle. Most of the crew was in good health in each of these occurrences. It's not impervious and the team can be killed by enemy fire while in charge of the vehicle. However, this is not what happened in most instances where the car has been struck. Did you know? It destroyed more Iraqi vehicles than the Abrams. The coalition's, mainly American, armor faced up against the Iraq's armor in a massive battle known as Operation Desert Storm. The desert terrain provided a particularly suitable setting for mechanized and armored warfare, and both sides fielded thousands of armored military vehicles. Since the end of the Second World War, such wars have become increasingly rare, with the majority of conflicts being asymmetrical warfare like those in Vietnam or Afghanistan. The Bradley is said to have destroyed more Iraqi armored vehicles than the M1 Abrams main battle tank, which is remarkable given everything else. The Bradley is a remarkably versatile piece of military equipment. It can perform various objectives, such as giving foot soldiers support fire, transporting a squad of soldiers while under fire, and directly engaging with light enemy armor. The Bradley has been put through significant action with the United States Army in Iraq, and it has served several purposes there. Because it has so many different types and is constantly being upgraded, the Bradley has been able to satisfy the Army's requirement for versatility. Well, now we have come to the end of this video. Are there any more facts that you're aware of? Well, do let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video, then make sure to hit the like button and remember to subscribe to us here at Military Knowledge. Thank you for watching.